Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we are diving into the world of dupes. I feel like these videos are so fun to do because it just pushes me to try new products. It also lets me dig into old makeup that I maybe haven't touched in months, and it's just fun to see what I have, pull out products, compare them, and see what I can dupe. Today I tried to do a full face of drugstore versus high-end products. I also took suggestions from like the internet and Pinterest. So there's some dupes on here that I had never tried before, and so we will find out together if they are dupes or not. As always with these videos, I love to know what part of my face do you think is drugstore and what part do you think is high-end, because I feel like I can't tell the difference. So if you guys do, it's so much fun to do this. So pause the video and let me know right side, left side, drugstore, high-end drugstore, whatever it is. Without too much talking, whoo, let's jump right into the video. I hella zoomed you guys in because I want you guys to see up close what the look is going to look like, and ignore my third eye that is coming through. We're going to start with the Master Palettes by Mario and Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is what we are working with. I just love this palette. I don't use it as often, honestly. And to dupe that, I am taking this Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palettes. This is like a revamp of their OG. So looking at them put together, I can see why you would think that these are dupes, but we will figure it out as we put them on the eyes to see if they really are comparable to each other in any shape, way, or form, because this one is about $5 and this one is about 40, so huge difference. On my right side, I'm going to be doing all high-end products, and on my left side, I'm going to be doing all drugstore. So I'm going to take the shade Isabel and apply that to the crease. I'm going to keep this color right here. Ooh, I forgot how pretty this color is. I haven't used it in such a long time. I haven't used this palette in such a long time that I forgot how beautiful these colors were. So this is actually going to be a first impressions for me because I've never tried this palette. I have tried these little Wet n Wild things and they're bomb. So I'm going to take that transition shade and apply it onto the crease. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same brush that I used on this eye. All I'm doing is I'm taking my Verona Color Switch and I'm just taking off that excess powder, that excess eyeshadow. Wow, that is a ton of color payoff for a $5 eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm just looking at the palette, and there's only one more matte shade on the Wet n Wild, which is this like rosy pink, and there's none on the Mario palette. The only one that I can see being similar to each other, which is this one with that one with Muse, but the problem is obviously this is a shimmer and these are super shimmery, so it's not like you use them in the crease, and this one is a matte. Okay, so I'm going to have to cheat a little bit. I'm sorry you guys, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't see that first. So I'm just going to use this one, and I'm going to take that transitional shade and apply it to the crease. Pinterest is a liar because this palette is not the best dupe for this palette. I know that I've seen some people dupe it with Makeup Geek eyeshadows and Anastasia. So if you guys are interested in that, I would just search on Pinterest. But I was just trying to compare some shades from this palette and the ABH, and there's really not very many shades that are similar to each other. I really wanted to use this blue, but as you can see, this blue from the Comfort Zone palette is beautiful. It shifts, and this one is a really pretty color too, but it's just like a plain blue. For my lid shade, I'm taking Marina on this side, and then on the Wet n Wild palette, I'm taking this one because they're pretty similar to each other. They're both a rose gold finish. For my skin, I thought it would be really cool if I found a close dupe to the Too Faced Hangover RX because I've been loving this primer so much. So I did. I found the LA Girl Pro Prep HD Moisture Nourishing Face Primer. So both of these primers are going to be very hydrating, very nourishing for your skin. They're not really going to fill in any pores or do anything of that, but it will prime your skin so you can go in directly with a foundation. For the foundation, I am testing out two of my most favorite foundations of 2018, probably, because I have a lot. So on this side, I am testing the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in Macchiato. And then on this side, I'm testing the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation in Golden. So according to Pinterest, these are supposed to be really good dupes for each other. We will be the judge of that. I'm going to blend this out with my e.l.f. foundation brush. If you guys haven't tried this Huda Beauty foundation, you guys have to try it. It is so good. I didn't really care for it for the longest time. And then when I actually bought it, I was like, oh my god, what have I been missing on? It is really good and full coverage. Honestly, the consistency on both of them feel very similar. The Huda Beauty foundation is a tad, like a little bit more thicker in consistency than the Maybelline one, but they're so similar that you can just get the Maybelline one and you will be a-okay. There we have both of the foundations. What do you guys think? Honestly, the only difference I see is the color, but other than that, I think these are really great dupes for each other. Now for my concealer, I know that I've done this before in other dupes, but I don't have a lot of like high-end concealers. Most of them are from the drugstore. So I wanted to put this one to the test because I haven't tried this one. The Tarte Shape Tape versus the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So again, on this side, I'm going to use my Tarte. I'm using a little spatula because I literally have nothing in here and it's all at the bottom, so I use these little spatulas to help me scrape all the product out. Oh, and I'm using my beauty blender because I want to show you guys my personal dupe for the beauty blender. So let me just apply my concealer on this side. And they're both pretty similar as far as the shades. The Beauty Blender dupe that I think is the closest that I've ever had for the Beauty Blender, and I know you guys have heard me speaking about it, the Maybelline Sponge, which is this big old black one. Literally, it squishes down the same as the Beauty Blender. It's not stiff, it's not nothing. It's so good, you guys. I love this sponge so much. I prefer it over my Beauty Blender, and that's saying a lot because I am an OG Beauty Blender lover. Now to set my eyes, I am taking the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I love this one so much. Oh my god, it is such a good powder. That's what I'm going to use for my right side. For the drugstore side, I am going to take the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect Loose Powder. The only difference is that this one has slight, very slight pink undertones, like cool undertones. For contour palettes, I found it a little bit hard because nowadays, honestly, the drugstore has so many really good bronzers, contour palettes, and all that stuff. I have something in my eye. So I didn't try too hard to go crazy and specific trying to find a good contour palette because there's so many out there. I have something in my eye. Oh my god, I look so funny. I look like a señor with a bigote. So like I said, I didn't try too hard on trying to match like a specific high-end palette to a drugstore because the drugstore has equally as good palettes as high-end. But just in case you guys are wondering, on my right side, I am taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Honestly, I haven't touched this in such a long time because, again, I have other palettes that are super similar. I know that the palette that I should probably be going for is the Kokie Cosmetics because it's exactly the same, but I don't want to bore you guys and use the same products over and over again. That is definitely a dupe. But today I wanted to use this one. This is by Makeup Revolution. It is the Pro HD palette. Now, as you can see, it comes with tons of colors. You guys, I I'm so proud of myself. I feel like I savaged this video. So you guys know that ever since we got this blush on our BoxyCharm, I literally have not been able to put it down. I love it so much. I use it every single day. It sits in my drawer where I put all my stuff that I'm always using. So I have a deep love for this blush. This is the 05 Desert Rose blush by the brand Note. Well, I found a dupe for you guys. The dupe for this Note blush will be the City Color Be Matte blush in the shade Zinia. As you can see, super similar. This one is just a tad, a hair, maybe 2 hairs darker than this one. But once you apply them on the cheeks, ni te das cuenta. Chula. I'm really excited about this highlighter dupe because I feel like nobody really has put these 2 and 2 together. And if they have, you can correct me. On the high-end side, I am taking the gorgeous, the fabulous Amrezy highlight. Girl, you know this stuff is bomb. And for the dupe side, we are taking the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise, and obviously we're going to be taking this shade right here. The formula is very similar, where it's like that dry baked formula, but it has like a high beam. I swatched them here for you guys so you can see how close they are. They're very, very close. This one is the Amrezy highlights, which is this one, and then this one is the Pixi highlights. So very similar to each other. Moving on to eyeliner, I am taking the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, which is a waterproof, and drawing a wing on this side. And then on my drugstore side, I am taking the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. Now, I know that the felt tip is different. If you guys want an exact one that has a felt tip, the Pixi one that you can find at Target is a felt tip, just like the Kat Von D. And it's really, really good. This is a sample size, so this is what I'm going to use because they both have the same finish, a matte black. I went ahead and popped on some lashes. I didn't want to dupe any lashes, to be honest with you guys, because all I wear is affordable lashes, and these are Glam On, which is my lash with Lash Kitty. Now for my lips, I didn't find an exact dupe, but it is so close that you can literally get away with it. So for my on my top lip, I'm going to do the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. This is definitely one of my favorite shades as far as like nudes in a liquid lipstick form. And then for the bottom lip, I'm taking the Lottie London Slay All Day Longwear Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Fleek. As you can, I don't know, it just looks different on camera, but on the lips, I swear it looks pretty much like the same thing. For our setting spray, we're even duping this. I absolutely love the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. For me, this is like magic in a bottle. But I have found an amazing dupe for the Urban Decay All Nighter, and it's literally almost exactly the same thing. I feel like they both work the same. This is the Cookie Set and Forget long-lasting makeup setting spray. The bottles are the same. You are getting a little bit more on the Urban Decay. This one has 3 fluid ounces and this one has 4. Here you have the final look. This is a full face of drugstore dupe versus high-end products. I think we found a good amount of products that I didn't know were dupes and that were confirmed that were dupes. The only thing that was slightly disappointing was the eye palette. Not even then it was disappointing because it's actually a really good palette. It just wasn't exactly a dupe for the Mario palette. So with that said, I am so happy with the way this video turned out. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I love you, and I will see you on my next video, chicas. Mwah! Bye!